Hey there, YouTube, and all the Craigslist fanatics out there. I'm going to discuss a little bit today about what I did with the last thing I bought last week, the big bucket of Legos. And I'm also going to discuss why it's important to trade up and trade out of a category you're currently in. So, a little bit of recap. Last week I bought a ginormous storage tote of Legos. A lot of them, actually all of them, were retired. A lot of manuals for them. I couldn't tell you half of what was in there. Didn't have the time. I got tired after 1 or 2 hours just going through them and playing them through them like I was a kid. But I'm not big into Legos. Don't currently have children. Don't have any nieces and nephews that I like that much. In other words, I don't want to give them $300 or $400 worth of Legos. Anyway, that sounded cold, but anyway, that's just the way it is. I went ahead and traded for another item. Now I'm going to specifically put in a little bit of legal disclaimer here. Did I say I traded for this item on Craigslist? Not specifically. Now, this is what I traded for. Can you guess what it is? No, it's not a drill. It is a pistol. It is a pistol by Taurus Judge. It is an incredibly popular handgun on the market. This is retired right now. This shoots 410 shotgun shells or 45 Colt, which basically means this is a hand cannon. Okay, a lot of kick to this. I took this out to a firing range this morning, ran a box of 410 through them, and I ran a box of 45 through them, cleaned it. Works great. Okay, I always test out my items before I, sell them or barter them. And if it's a gun, of course I'm going to test the gun out. I'm going to shoot the blankety blank out of a bunch of stuff, okay? You got to test. You just got to test. This is the law, okay? So, Taurus Judge, incredibly popular handgun. Now, one more legal disclaimer. While the sell or trade of firearms may or may not be legal where you live, where I live here in Iowa, the private sale of a firearm from one person to another is perfectly legal. I also have a permit to acquire handguns and revolvers. At least I think I still do. But that's neither here nor there. It's perfectly legal in my state to acquire that privately, barring the fact that I'm not a felon or somebody that's barred from owning one. So, the sell or trade or barter, whatever you want to call it, of firearms of any kind on Craigslist is specifically against the terms of service. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I bartered this on a popular website. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. This gun is worth, let's say, about $500. Maybe as high as $700, depending on what part of the country you're in. The Lego's worth probably $250, $300 tops. So, I gained, a couple $100 trade value on that. Now, more importantly, Legos are hot, of course. The market is smaller. I traded out to a market that is huge. The market on firearms is incredibly huge. Okay? It's important to always look. If somebody offers you something to barter, it might be worth a lot of money. Now, I'm talking about Craigslist here. I'll give you an example. A long time ago, I bartered I can't even remember what it was, but it was a Tiffany lampshade, an original Tiffany lampshade. Now, The lampshade itself is probably worth $1,200 minimum, retail, used. It took me 3 years to sell it. The market, small, very small. Market on this is huge. Now, if I listed this for barter or sell, which of course I wouldn't do on Craigslist because that's against the rules, but if somebody was to list a very popular item, for example, this, which I wouldn't do, I would have this sold or bartered by noon. It's like 9 a.m. here. It's that simple. Barter up into items you know where the market is just going to eat you alive. You'll never go wrong. Even if you barter down, if this was worth as much as the Legos or a little less, I wouldn't care. That market will eat me alive. And that's going to get me what I want up to my next trade. Now, I already have offers. I had a list. Don't know where it went. Let's see if I can remember. The newest generation, which I can't remember what that is, iPad with case in the box, cord, everything. A covered storage trailer. A Jeep Cherokee, I'm going to say 99, and a couple other things. Now, I don't know if I'm going to take any of those offers. I might, I probably will. But, you know, I'm not going to allow myself to fall in love with this. I have plenty of other guns that I collect. I have a private little collection of nice high-end guns. But it's important to remember to always trade up and out of your current category, especially if you're having problems with that item. Always trade up and out. So, hey, that's a little tip for today. And like I said, legal disclaimer about guns. Very careful about it. This is not giving you legal advice, not telling you to do it, not telling you not to do it. Be careful out there. Watch yourself. And hey, trade up and trade out. So, till next time, repost, 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 and reap the rewards.